Happy Thighs Day, everybody. So, look, I was not expecting to wake up this morning to, crazy news. Look, I've only been up probably, an hour. And my feed was non-stop this. I gotta say that when I first woke up, the first thing that I saw, I thought it might have been, Kamen Rider G, but I was, half asleep in bed. But then I just had to open my eyes. And what was it? It was Fies. Oh my, we got it. Look, if you know anything about me, know Fies was my introductory Kamen Rider series, and Fies is my favorite season in general. And, I have massive nostalgia for this series. Okay, it's too early for that anyway. So yeah, look, I cannot just mention enough how excited I am for this. Because here it is, 2024. We get a continuation of Kamen Rider Fies with the name known as Paradise Regained. A little bit on that in a moment. Okay, so let's get to the presser by Dengeki Hobby Web. And it's pretty much saying that Kamen Rider Fies 20th Paradise Regained will be coming out in a limited theatrical release in 2024 and be released in Blu-ray and DVD. It's hot. It's hot. It's a hot cover. So returning, of course, is Kento Honda as Inui Takumi, the lead. Yuria Haga as Mari Sonoda. Kohei Murakami, aka Kusaka, is coming back as well. So we'll have to see what kind of explainer they use for this one. And Mitsuru Karahashi, who is Kaido. So the funny thing is, the writer that goes into this article lays out a few things that happens in the finale of the series or even the film. Because that's the interesting thing about this. This is called Paradise Regained, which to me kind of implies that this is a continuation of the timeline of events of the Paradise Lost film for Fies. So if you know anything about the original Heisei films, the majority of them took place in an alternate reality. So the Fies movie is actually separate from the Fies series and ends completely different than the series did. It honestly would make sense if this is a continuation of that story versus the series, just because there's certain intricacies that happen at the end of the series that I think have been done injustice based off of the follow-ups to Fies that we've had in Drive as well as ZO. So yeah. So if this is indeed a continuation of Paradise Lost, happy to see it, especially since it would be an easy entry point for those of you that have not watched Fies and just want to go into this. All you would have to do is essentially watch the beginning of Fies and then jump into Paradise Lost to get into this. It's easier cost of admission, I would say. You don't have to sacrifice too much time. That being said, I still recommend Fies, and I did make a video recommending Fies. So, another thing from here is, of course, Toshiki Inoue is returning to write the script for this. The man is staying cooking. Fresh off the heels of Dawn Brothers, this guy is now in on some Fies. So it makes sense why this is having such a late release, because of course he's been tied up working with Dawn Brothers for the last year or so. So of course he's gonna need some time to start fermenting, start cooking, and start getting all of these concepts out here. So you know this thing's gonna be a feast for the eyes. I am extremely excited based on that aspect itself. Another thing as well is the director, Ryuta Tasaki. So this is the actual director for Kamen Rider Fies and actually the director of Dawn Brothers as well. So once again, we've got the dynamic here to just make sure that this is going to be a faithful continuation to the Fies line. And I cannot express my joy enough because of this. So, of course, we gotta look at the suit. But first, of course, we got the teaser, so I gotta quickly bring this thing up. Now this scene, obviously, call back to the actual intro of Kamen Rider 5, so this is a nice moment in itself. And of course, I'm gonna need Issa to come back and actually sing the opening. I don't know if that's been properly confirmed, but you know it's gotta be a thing. So here we got the Auto Vaijin and of course the new Phi suit completely redone. Like different undersuit and everything.
Henshin complete.
So this is the part of the helmet that I was confused and I thought it was Kamen Rider G at first because of course it's got the stick out aesthetic. Now the thing about it is, of course, it looks like the original Phi's helmet is still underneath this portion. It's just that there's a visor part that goes outside of it, similar to like Tajador on O's. So that's actually an interesting aesthetic that they decided to go that route on here. So of course the chest piece is probably the piece that a lot of people seem a little bit more confused on. It is a giant circle. It is the giant Phi symbol. Now the thing is, when I initially saw this, I got more of a callback to the Phi's blaster in itself. So if they could find a way to do a proper integration of that leading into the evolution for this form. Also, the Phi suit itself has the gimmick of the chest piece opening up and of course becoming Phi's Excel. So I'm assuming, given that if you've seen the intro Phi's, you see the Phi symbol show up, kind of do a twirl and get into the actual logo portion of it. I'm thinking this likely spins and opens up. And it's going to reveal some hidden compartment in there for either a form change, or it might come out to be a weapon, or possibly even both. That might be the new Phi's blaster, literally just hidden in the chest. This is the big one. It's the big one here. And I am going to be in immense financial debt once this thing gets announced. Because you know this thing is going to be crazy. I probably can't even afford it. I probably won't even be able to afford it. I will be so devastated because this is the dream item right here. Now, of course, a few years back, Toei was showcasing off some concepts for rider belts, and one of them was the holographic projection screen on there. And we're finally getting that with a proper homage to Phi's. And of course, he is the tech-based rider, so this right here is a true proper evolution of that standpoint. This is peak right here. And you know this thing's going to be expensive. You know this thing's going to be like $500 probably, like minimum. I'd be shocked if it was less, but this is going to be a crazy hot item. Can't wait. I'll be so sad when I don't get it because I know I won't be able to get it. Of course, they have the effects going on there, but I know that there's probably going to be a bit more light ups when it comes to some of the other like components to it, because there's gotta be. All right, so this is the other look at it from the actual website. So we get a higher bit of illustration points to it, but of course these lines that make up the Phi suit will obviously have some light up effects on here. So look, I'm really liking the aesthetics of this suit. It's essentially like the SIC figure, just taken to not be so monstrous in a way. So it's good. It's really good. And actually looking at it from this illustration, it legit looks like it's a visor over the Phi's helmet in itself. So it's an interesting aesthetic. But yeah, look, overall, I am massively hyped for this, and I'll probably end up going more into it. Obviously, I'm going to go more into this with the Tokutonic shift tonight. But of course, I've got work in like an hour. So I just want to make a quick vid going over this, going over my general excitement for this new project for Kamen Rider Fives. Next year can't come soon enough now because of this, knowing that I've got more Inoue content to eat and Fives is being treated right. Look, I've seen for the longest time people shitting on Fives and me being like one of its few staunch defenders for it. So seeing this show get treated so right, it's amazing. It's amazing. And you know, there's people now that are trying to like claim that they've been on the Fives hype train for a while, but look, nah, come on, man. I've been here since like close to the beginning. This is my show. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me in terms of this. What do you think about Fives Paradise Regained? The return of the cast members, the return of Inoue yet again. This suit in general. What are your thoughts, speculations? What do you want to see? How is Kusaka gonna return? Hell, how is Kaido gonna return? Do you think it's gonna be part of the movie continuity or the show continuity? Or maybe, look, Inoue is crazy. It might be something else entirely. Anyway, that's it for me. Open your eyes for the next Fives, and I will see you all next time. Bye.